and I've got to kind of watch my weather here because we've got some fluky weather. Initially, it looked like it was going to be all rain, then it backed off and it was no rain, and now we're back to some rain, and we drove down here in the rain. So I'm going to have to watch it, but my brother and I already have planned to get that last layer of fiberglass down on the foredeck. That's part of the mission down here, and we're going to get some nice, dry, clear weather, I think, on maybe tomorrow afternoon, so we may have to do it then. In the meantime, I've got the countertop ready to go aboard Little Girl, and looking forward to that. And anyway, I've been a while since I've been down here. I'm going to go check on the boats, just see what the status is with the tarp, and I'm not going to uncover it now because, like I said, we got a lot of heavy rain coming up over the Cape here this evening. For the moment, we're in a dry spot, and so I'm going to take advantage of it while I got it. So, all right, I'll go check on the boat. Okay, well, at least my mast and boom are still up on the stands. That'll work. I fully expect I'm going to have to get some rain out of it. Well, that starboard looks good. Let's see what we're doing over on port. I can't believe it. It held up again. Excellent. We're in good shape. And the last time I checked on it, this is working out pretty good. I'm sure that there's some rain laying down in the tarp there. But my last time I did this, it didn't go through onto the deck, and it wouldn't matter anyway, because at this point, that deck is rock-proof. I mean, that is just solid as a rock, and there's not going to be any moisture going down through that. We've done a good job with everything. All brand new coring and multiple layers of fiberglass. We're going to do one last one of chop strand mat, and that'll be it. And then we're ready to go ahead and do a fairing compound. A lot of glaring sun here, but let me just kind of show you what we're working with. This is the last layer that we put on, and I like it. It went well. I've got all the seams sanded out. Well, actually, I've got the whole surface sanded, but you see along here, along the edge, there's a lot of area where it is, you know, because of the roving, the fabric of it, there's a lot of space in there, and I want to use thickened epoxy all on this area here. So I'm deliberately putting this new chop strand mat down in a way that almost avoids this, so that I can come in afterward and put thickened epoxy right down into this area. I want to cover all of this area, and it's all the way around pretty much. Okay, you can see over there. Anyway, I want to go ahead and try to get some thickened epoxy down in there, and fill that so that I don't have little voids and pockets in there where that fabric reached up. Then after that, that's all cut down there. That's ready to go. I've got everything in 1, 2, 3, 4. I got everything in 4 pieces of the new chop strand mat to go down on top of the this last layer that we put down. So anyway, my brother's going to be here at 2 o'clock, which is about 45 minutes, and we're going to get started on this. I'm really tempted to go ahead and start laying in some of this right now. Maybe use a small batch of thickened epoxy and just get that done before we even start laying the mat. So anyway, let me think on that for just a minute. We'll probably just go ahead and get started on it. Well, guys, that's it. The final layer of chop strand mat down on top of the roving, and came out sweet. Oh yeah, so good. First thing we did, my brother and I told him before we do anything of laying any more glass, we mix up a fairly good sized batch of thickened epoxy. Went all the way around the perimeter. You see it right there. There was a whole lot of areas right at the edge where there was just open, where the fabric of the roving just kind of, you know, was fragmented and so forth. So what we did was just went ahead and both of us, I was working starboard, he was working port, and we went over the entire perimeter of the new deck and filled in all those gaps, and used fast hardener. And then after that, I deliberately cut the new chop strand inboard of where that was going to be, so that when we laid it, you're not going right over the top of it. Everything will be able to harden at the same rate. And then we use fast hardener on the chop strand. Chop strand goes all the way back to, so if I can see it, right about here, I think. Right about here. And then this is one big piece. It goes all the way back to the front of the cabin, and with only just little wings out on the side, port and starboard. And she's done. She's done. And now we're just waiting for everything to harden up, and we're in great shape. Next step will be sanding, and basically I'm going to have to go back and study it on YouTube, I guess. I'll look back at how Andy did it. But anyway, just next step is going to be fairing, and I got brand new fairing compound. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to let this harden. I'm going to step away for a few minutes, and we're going to do a what's new corner, and I'll get right back to you. Well, very conveniently timed. I paid for this online, had it sent up here to my mom's house, and yeah, let's see what is inside. You probably know. Hard to hold the camera and open the box at the same time. All right, let's see what we got. Well, they did have it right side up. Okay. There are two arrows on the side of the container, on the side of the box, and I should have taken their word for it. But this is the only way to open it anyway, so, okay. Come on out. All right, there you go, guys. Total Fair epoxy, fairing compound, and part A with the resin, part B with a hardener, and this is the stuff you see on online all the time. It's two parts. You got blue and yellow, and when you mix them all up, they become a nice pastel green. And so this is the next step. After getting my final coat of fiberglass down today, it's very appropriate that we open this now. So that's my what's new corner for the day, and very good. Very good. Happy about that. I'm not going to even think about opening this till the next time we're down, because everything's got to harden up and get ready. And then we'll go with this good stuff as soon as we come on down the next time. Well, my brother likes to do this. He said hard as a rock. See, that ain't going nowhere. So anyway, yeah, this is going to come out great. Next trip down, start on the fairing compound, and looking forward to it. Then we got the gel coat that goes on top of that after fairing compound is down, sanded to the right pitch and smooth, and then we'll finish things up. Start mounting some deck hardware. Okay, I love it. It's coming out great. Last few comments on the deck before we button it up, because we got rain coming in tonight. This using the thickened epoxy worked fabulously. This just filled all those gaps, and it is hard as a rock. We ran the chop strand mat right up to the edge of it, and so that they could kind of dry independent of each other, and it worked. I mean, that worked fine. But I want you to see something. Okay, and by the way, here's the seam between the upper part and the lower part, and this lower part is huge. It goes all the way from here all the way back to the front of the cabin, and this is solid all the way across here until you get right. I don't know if you can see it here. This line right here, this is a little wing that just fits in. You can't even see where it begins and ends. Anyway, the same thing on that side. So these other lines that you're seeing are actually underneath in the previous layers that we put down. And so like over there I can see 3 layers. There's another 2 or 3 below that, but those are 3 separate P's. Over here you have 3 S's. Okay, those are at least 3 different layers, and I think there's another 1 or 2 below that. The point is, it's all done very nicely, and it is solid as a rock, man. I love it. I love it. Okay. Next thing, though, I wanted to bring this out, that we're back here, there was a real hollow. Remember, this is where I had all that repair work to do that went down into the cubby down below, and I just completely repaired that. Well, it was kind of sunken right here, and I completely filled that with, thickened epoxy. And then I wasn't thinking about it. We ran the glass right over the top of it. Perfect. It hardened up, no problem at all. I mean, even though that all that thickened epoxy is underneath there, man, that is hard as a rock. Just amazing. Very, very happy. I mean, it's a long way from the old ripped up coring that we did a year ago November. And all right, time to cover it up, and we'll let her go until the next time we're down, and then we get going on the fairing compound. Well, I've been putting off even doing any video on this because I've been running into problems. I figured my tolerance is way too tight. This is perfect back here. It fits right up against the back of the cabin. That's not a problem. But when I did this, I got this. This has got to be inlet even more. That's probably come in another 1/8 of an inch at least. I know they cut that much off going in. And back there, I had to take some of that off too, going into this fiddle on the cabinet. And at this point, I think what I'm going to do, because this looks cockeyed anyway, I think I'm probably going to reposition, take that screw out there, well, not all the way out, but undo that screw, and that screw, and then lift this up and reposition it so that this is more even with the back fiddle on this. And that will also give a little more clearance to be able to come up a little bit. Right now I bought these 2 cheesy little DeWalt clamps. I left my massive awesome DeWalt clamps at home and went out and bought these 2 little jobbies anyway. But what's going on right now is I've got to be able to push this back a little bit, because I think we're all like 3/16 of an inch too far out this way, and because of that, those holes are not lining up. All I got to do is move this whole thing back 3/16 of an inch. Especially, that's why it's got to move that electric panel a little bit. 3/16 of an inch back, and when I do that, then those holes are going to line up down there, and we're going to be able to just mount everything. And then it's going to look good, But me and my close tolerances, I'm very picky about that, and I just got myself in trouble with this one. So I'll let you know when we get more done on this. I'm not ready to go doing any more videotaping on it until we've done some playing around with it, reposition that electric panel a little bit. So, all right, guys, time to go into supper here shortly. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Foredeck is done. Before I go to bed tonight, I got to cover it up. But as of right now, that's an awesome chunk of work done for the day. Well, good morning. We're out here in the boat. Everything's covered up for the moment because we got rain coming in theoretically, and I still want to get some work done before I take my mom to the bank, etc. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to unbolt or unscrew the electric panel here, and reposition it, as I mentioned in my last portion of the video. And I'm going to get that done. And once that's done, then I'm going to reposition the entire countertop back about 3/16 of an inch. And I think that's going to line up with the holes. I went ahead and sharpened a pencil down and put, marked each one where each one of the existing holes on the mounting board is. And it's about 3/16 of an inch too far out into the center of the cabin. And so I've got to move that back a little bit. And I'm hoping by putting it back and then clamping it up, trying to get it as high up as possible, we'll be able to get those bolts lined up. Once they're in, that's it. It will be mounted. There's no need to do anything further. But for right now, let's get that electric panel repositioned. Like I said yesterday, I'm going to leave this upper corner up here and use that as my hinge as I swing this back end, aft end of the panel upward. And then I've got my drill here handy by to go ahead and just take those right out, because they're going to have to, I need to be able to drill through those holes once they're repositioned. Part of the reason I'm doing this is this back corner down here. I don't know if you can see where I am right now. This back corner is almost interfering with this the back fiddle on this countertop, and right now it's comfortable. But I'll tell you what, if I'm trying to get this thing positioned to put the forward end of the countertop up, I'm going to need that room right there, because I think it's going to bring the back end up too. So anyway, I'll just shut up and get this thing done here. Let's see yeah, here we go. Okay, that one's up. Let's see if we can't get this thing to swing upward. There we go. There we go. I may have to get that forward end down too. That would be, yeah, I think if we drop the forward end a little bit. Okay, in the meantime, I've got to put that screwdriver underneath there. That'll hold that edge upward. Okay, get my drill. All right, I'm going to shut this off because I got some rearranging to do. Well, let's see if this works, boys and girls. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this one out, because this is too high on this end. And as soon as I take it out, as soon as that screw comes loose, I'm going to drop this down a little bit and use this tape to bind it back around the end of the electric cabinet. Like that. Just like that. See where we're at. Let's see where we're at here. Well, it didn't work. Actually, that's working pretty nice right there. That's working pretty nice. I like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead. And where's my drill? Got it here somewhere. Just putting this. Okay. Hang tight. There's just 2 more screws to go. We'll be done with this. Got the back, the aft corner done here. And much as I'd like for this electric panel to be square with all the lines on the boat, it just doesn't work that way. Okay, one more to go and we're done. Yeah, that'll work. Got one more, just forward end. Done. Let's get that other screw in, or this is a completely repositioned to where it'll work. And after this, I gotta go take my mom to the bank and a couple other things. But the beauty is, when I get back this afternoon, I'll be able to finish this job and finish it right. Okay, we're good. All right, that's done. Done. Glad of it. That'll work. That'll work. I take this tape off now, and we're done. I'll clean all this up later when I get the countertop solidly in place. All this will get cleaned down and be looking nice. So, all right, there it is. Back aboard, and now for uninterrupted time to try to finish this project. Wife and I went and got a bite to eat, and got some time here for the rest of the day that we're going to try to get this all finished up. Hopefully we can get a little more light in here ultimately. Right now it's just the stupid lantern on. Yeah, we're going to try to get this done, and that way it'll be two projects that got done on this trip. We got the foredeck, and now we're going to get this countertop. So I'm going to turn this around and get to work. Well, this concludes my winter upgrade for the cabin. Countertop is in. I found the problem when I drilled the original screw holes. I don't know. I'm really tempted to say it is because of this thing right here. I hadn't glued that on yet. I don't think. Anyway, the point is the screw holes, the bolt holes for up underneath here were off by almost 1/4 of an inch, and I had to basically put everything in position where it needed to be. Okay, solidly in position and clamped into position and so forth, and then re-drill the holes, and they're only like 1/4 of an inch off. Point is, they're done, and it ain't going nowhere. So that's a good thing. I've got to next time I come down, I'm gonna probably take some. Maybe I got some time this afternoon even. Take some that stain and hit this. This kind of banged up in the process of doing my countertop project, and I'll throw some varnish on those too at some point. Anyway, but there you go. So next thing, and this is going to be easy. I'm going to do this at home. I need a 2-foot expansion curtain rod right here. It's going to go from right here to right here probably, or right here. Anyway, the point is, and I'm going to make a curtain, or a set of curtains that are going to drop all the way down from here, right down behind the fiddle at the edge of the quarter berth here. And anyway, we're in good shape. This is exactly what I wanted for solo. Being out there and being able to cook and have places to put things and stow things. And this port quarter berth is just going to be designated for those purposes. Starboard quarter berth, I'm going to be putting my cushion in and back over here. And this will be to sit on. And also, if anybody wants to sleep overnight, they can use this quarter berth. I got to go get my new cushion. I got to go get my cushion that I made for this and put it in over to starboard. I'm going to do that this afternoon. And then when I'm out here alone, I'll take my captain's table, which is right up there. Don't look at the mess. I'm still trying to clean house in here one space at a time. But anyway, my captain's table will go right where I'm sitting right now, and be able to sit over here on the starboard quarter berth and have dinner. And like I said, everything is going to work out really nice, because this is going to be turned into a one-man, a solo, cruising boat, really. Trying to do this so that I'll have the space I need to do what I want when I'm all by my lonesome out here, and I'm looking forward to it. Well, after a winter's worth of home improvement in here, cabin improvement, we're all done. Like I said a minute ago in that other part of the video, I'm going to be marking curtains for that space underneath the new countertop. But the electric panel is all completely redone. I now have galley lights, port and starboard. What else did I do? I transferred everything over onto brand new switches, so that I control both the V-berth and the galley lights all on one switch panel, and also took the old switch out and reinstituted the switch for the bilge pump. So anyway, all that's been redone, and just really happy with this. This is going to come out just super. Like my new countertop. It's looking nice. I wish this old teak contact paper stuff looked a little better, but you know what? We've got to show some of the original, I guess. And then the rest is all going to be all brand new mahogany. That's basically what it is all the way through. So, all right, guys, that's kind of cool. Oh, by the way, I have my starboard quarter berth cushion back in here, and that looks good. And the only thing left to do is put up my captain's table, and I think I'm going to do that and take a picture. Well, I think that's pretty good. I think that'll work. I'm liking it a lot. So we're going to be in good shape first time we get out solo again. I got some contacts I need to make and see if we can arrange things for this year for where to moor. But, hey, not bad. A lot of work done in here. Really proud of it. I think all the woodwork is looking pretty nice. So, all right, guys, let me know what you think. I'm happy. All I can say is I'm chomping at the bit to be out on the water and do some sailing, do some anchoring out overnight, and just enjoying my new facilities here. Just really looking forward to it. Well, guys, that's it for this trip. Had a good one, and hope you enjoyed the video with all that got accomplished here. Really proud of that foredeck. I mean, we're come so far in the time that we've put in on it, and yeah, we're looking good, and hope to finish that up and get this boat in the water by midsummer, maybe, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, we're making good progress, and thankfully I have my new countertop all done, and this is becoming more and more of a solo sailboat for me. I'm looking forward to using it for that very purpose of being out there by myself and getting some anchoring out and just spending some time maybe on the mooring over in Katuitt. Who knows? I mean, if I can, you always got to get in early if you want to get that mooring. But anyway, I've done it. I don't know. I've done it quite a bit, and I love it. It's just very convenient to town dock. That's just another one of the things I'd love to do once I get get little girl all set up the way I've got her now. And all right, listen, thanks for stopping by Restoring Little Girl, and we'll catch you guys the next time down. We're making progress, and we're going to get back up on that foredeck and keep on moving.